Welcome to the Art of Conversation. It's your girl Alicia C. And we out here recording live. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're feeling terrific this Tuesday. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and others. The word for today's episode is therapy. Yes, I like to call this Therapeutic Tuesdays. Therapy Tuesdays. All right. According to Oxford, therapy is a treatment intended to relieve or heal a disorder. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I can't stress it enough. There need to be more months than just May. Month, day. We all know that you do not have to have a diagnosis to have mental health issues or to seek help or to enroll in therapy. This stigma that continues to surround mental health is frightening. It's 2023. Why is this still an elephant in the room? Many people can relate to this. I'm fine. I don't need therapy. That's for people who need help or sick. Are you passing judgment? At some point in your life, didn't you ask for help with something? Yeah, well, that's different type of help. At some point in your life, didn't you ask for help? Why judge others who is doing the same? All right. So, therapy. Sometimes this is a touchy subject for people, right? Therapy. Nobody wants to talk about therapy. People barely even want to admit that they go to the doctor. And then you have some people who never go to doctors, never get tested, never. To each his own. So many people think that therapy is helpful. But then so many people think that therapy is not. It's a waste of money, waste of time. I don't want nobody up in my business. Why I'm going and paying you to listen to my problems and they gonna still be there? Well, if you have issues with working through your problems and how you respond to problems, and the people around you are of no help, and you're no help to yourself. You do self-sabotaging and destructive things. Why not ask for professional help or a professional or someone who has experience dealing with such problems? X, Y, and Z, X, Y, Z. A big thing that plays in this is ego, pride, shame. I get it. Therapy is not for everyone. Never said it was. With therapy comes responsibility though, right? It comes with the ability to identify the right person that you want to engage with. Can't stress that enough. Every therapist is not a great therapist. Everyone is not going to be for you, and you're not going to be for everyone. You might pick a therapist who triggers you worse than how you felt entering into the session. But then you may connect with the right one who just gets it and just makes you feel like I'm the only one that you ever loved. I had a moment. But you got to also do your due diligence. You don't just settle with the first option provided to you. And that's what intakes and even first and second sessions are about. Getting to, feel each other out, how you talk, the tone, eye contact, etc. You have to feel it out. Remember, this is your time. Let's put aside the fact that you got to pay and this and that, because there are therapy sessions that are free. Put all of that aside and think about, okay, here's this person. I need help getting through something. Here's this person who has the experience. Let me be open-minded. There's no handcuffs or blood in writing. No, writing in blood. Am I saying it right? Signing your Hancock in blood. All right, you guys get where I'm coming from. I think I'm flipping it around. But there's nothing that tells you that this is it. You know, you're bound together. If this is not a right fit, you have to still stick through it no matter what. No, absolutely not. If you're not feeling this person, and trust me, you're going to know. We deal with people every day. We talk about energy and intuition and just having better judgment and discernment. You'll know if someone's for you or not. You'll feel it. That person that you come across and you feel comfortable, you feel at peace, ease. It's easy for you to just talk and express. Those are the individuals you want to gravitate towards. And you don't settle until you find that right match. Cambridge tells us that therapy is a treatment that helps someone feel better, grow stronger, etc., especially after an illness. Occupational therapy, speech therapy, group therapy. Those are just some examples they threw out there. But again, people get it twisted. They think therapy is just about going to this place, sit in front of this stranger, sitting in a chair, and just telling things like you haven't told other people. No, it's not just about sitting in a chair with a stranger and telling your life business to them. No, no, no. And no one tells you that you have to tell your life business either. You choose what you want to disclose. Remember, if you're there for a particular issue, then discuss that. If it boils into something else, maybe the something else that you got to say connects with why you're having these issues. You never know. But that's not what therapy is all about. It's not one size fits all. There are so many types of therapies. So many. Cambridge already lists some, told us some, right? Occupational, speech, group. Okay. We got play therapy, dance therapy, art, music, recreational, creative arts therapy. We got aqua therapy, behavioral therapy, cognitive therapy, more. The list goes on. What helps you calm and come back to self? What makes you comfortable and feel good? Why should healing be complicated? Why can't it be fun and creative as well? You could be playing a game, a board game, and as you're moving the pieces and playing and Play-Doh or dancing and drawing, you're talking about something that reminds you. You don't even realize you're expressing and creating at the same time. You know, they have that saying where you turn pain into profit and you turn your pain into pleasure. You turn that. You got to learn how to transmute the pain and create something beautiful out of it. And that's for all of us, right? We can look at our dark moments, dark times, and through the darkness, there's something we can pull out of that experience that has a little bit of positivity or light. Maybe it's wisdom. Maybe it's strength. What? Your resilience. Maybe it's a mindset. Maybe it's boundaries, etc. Some people are afraid of attending therapy because of fear. They fear being judged. They fear change, the unknown, and what they might discover in therapy. Goes back to what I said. If you go to therapy and you want to work through a specific problem and then you find yourself talking about something else, but then you realize that something else connects with the problem. You got to be open. Maybe that opens doors to something else that was suppressed. Open-mindedness. Additionally, they're too prideful to admit they need help. Sometimes it's a cultural thing. We've spoken about it. Mental health therapy, asking for help. You could have just asked for help. No, I didn't. I ain't want nobody help. I don't got time. I don't want nobody saying I asked them for help. At some point in our lives, we've asked and will need someone's help. Additionally, some people doubt the effectiveness. How do I know that this is going to solve my problem? I mean, you're not going to walk into therapy and then walk out. Let's just hypothetically say you walk in with a diagnosis and then you walk out and you no longer have a diagnosis. That's not how that works. or you walk in stressed, you'll walk out feeling a lot more relieved because you were able to speak it out. You were able to express and get it out and release it. But you have to use the tools, techniques that was taught or said to you outside of these doors, outside of this office. Many people are uncertain. Sometimes they misunderstand how it works. What are some other issues? Anxiety Center provides us the following. Unhealthy underlying factors might be spewing in the client's head. It skews their perception of therapy. Having fears that pose resistance to therapy. Overcriticalness, impatience, black and white thinking, aggression and anger, having unrealistic expectations, and even unhealthy boundaries. I got to go back to that unrealistic expectations thing again, right? And you know what? I see this in my line of work too. When I provide behavioral therapy to kids, some of the parents think that, okay, I'm just going to hand my child to you. You're going to put the batteries wherever it needs to go, fix them, hand them back, and all of a sudden they're disciplined, they're this and that. No, you called in because they went into crisis, or, you know, children's services systems came into play. What are the problems? What are the patterns? So then we have to work with them and get to the root of it and teach them a better way of handling certain things. But the problem is, anyway, the ones that I happen to face is this idea that it's just the kid that needs help when it's the parent that exacerbates these issues with the kid. So it's like we can do everything top to bottom with this kid and help them and pray to God that something sticks. And we're happy when it does, but then we gotta send them back to the home that created these issues in the first place. So, you know, the parents, you gotta meet us halfway, and they don't be trying to hear it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. He just bad. She bad. Don't listen. They bad. They scream. They this. They hitting other kids. Are you hitting them? Well, what's going on in the home? No. What happens here, stay. All right. Well, you know, we focus on what we got to do here, but just understand that you're going to still have some blocks if you're still continuing a behavior that's destructive to the child. If you're the one bringing these issues to the child and doing it to them, and this is their way of acting out and responding to it. So you just want us to help. What? You got to also help yourself. Work with us here. I'm just saying, that's just an example. And sometimes, you know, they say and think like, okay, well, we have this amount of months. After this amount of months, you know, he should be good, she should be good. And that's it. You just skedaddle on your way. And it's the same thing I've seen with people who are in therapy and talk about their healing process. Yeah, I'm just going to use like the next 3 to 5 months to heal, or maybe this year, and then next year I'm back at it. What? As if you got control over that. First of all, we are healing every day until our time is up. There's always something to heal from. There's always learning. There's always something for us to learn. There's always change. There's always development. There's always growing. There's always things that we can learn. And it don't matter how old you get. There's always something you're going to learn. It don't matter how young you are. You still got so much more to go and to see. It's revolving. It's continuous. You can't put these unrealistic expectations. But what you can do is set goals and say, you know what? By this time next year, I choose to change the way I think about this particular situation, or how I view and respond to situations that's similar to X, Y, and Z that has happened. Maybe I don't like how I responded, and maybe it took me too long to pick myself back up. What can I do differently? Okay, well, then you go down your list. What can you do differently? Maybe not give or put too much into something, not having too much high expectations on certain things or people, having healthy boundaries, etc., etc. You know what fits. Who knows you better than you? If you're not interested in therapy, what is your go-to? Again, it's not for everyone. So what's your go-to if you choose not to go to therapy, or you choose not to have a counselor, you choose not to, what is it that you do as a replacement? What resources are you utilizing? What type of people are you seeking help from? What type of people do you have surrounding you? Are you listening, or are you hearing the help? I'm just saying, let's be self-reflective this Tuesday. Be safe, y'all. Stay prayed, and peace out.